So here we have a story about a teacher's aide who crossed a line and they actually put their hands on a student, which you should never do. Let's check this out.
The mother of a special needs child is pursuing legal action over an alleged classroom assault. A teacher's aide is accused of shoving the child and grabbing his neck. The child's mother is suing the now former employee and the school district. Garland ISD. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has a closer look at this complaint. Alex.
Hi, Steve. You know, this incident actually happened back in February, and the teacher was fired, but only after a police investigator reviewed surveillance video from inside the classroom and determined that the student was not the instigator, as claimed by that teacher's aide. Now the family has filed a lawsuit against Garland ISD and that former aide.
I'm sorry, I'm starting to get emotional.
Sarah Broom has a tough time talking about the day her son, 14-year-old Jace Broom, was allegedly attacked by a now former teacher's aide at Webb Middle School in Garland.
Broken blood vessels on his face. And he was telling me how his chest hurt so bad.
Jace has autism and an intellectual disability. In February, his mom got a phone call from the school saying that her son was involved in a violent meltdown with a teacher's aide in his alternative learning classroom. According to a police report, 40-year-old Rosa Mendiola said Jace punched her in the stomach and kicked her head twice because she wouldn't give him his Chromebook. But when detectives reviewed the surveillance video, they determined Mendiola was the aggressor.
Now, this is interesting in that the police, nothing happened to the student, the teacher's aide, until the police got a hold of the tape. Now, typically what happens is that's the administrator's job to do the investigation. And this investigation in this case is pretty simple because there is a recording. It sounds like perhaps there's a camera in the classroom area, or this took place in a commons area. But I'm thinking more so just because of the needs of the student here, that this took place inside the classroom, and so in some cases like this, there is a camera in the classroom. So all the administrators would have needed to do was look at the camera footage. So this is really interesting in that, for the police to get a hold of the footage, they have to jump through certain hoops in order to get their hands on that footage. That takes some time. So the question is, how did the administrators miss what the police saw and looking at the footage?
Jace's mom has seen the video as well. At a news conference Friday, she recounted what police documents said in their report.
The aide grabbed my son by the throat, threw him on the ground, and put her boot on his chest and neck.
According to the arrest report in this misdemeanor assault case, Rosa kept her hands on Jace's throat for several seconds, pushes Jace from his chair, causing him to fall on the floor on his back, and repositioned herself and placed her left leg across Jace's chest for several seconds.
This is awful. And you can understand why that parent was shaking as she was going through this press conference and recounting these things that happened to her child.
Mendiola was fired. In a statement, Garland ISD said in part, our top priority is ensuring that every student has a safe and positive learning environment, and we do not tolerate any behavior that compromises this commitment. But in a lawsuit filed by the Broom family against Mendiola and the district, attorneys argue Mendiola acted with deliberate indifference to Jace's federally protected rights and inflicted harm, and that Garland Independent School District failed to train, supervise, or discipline individual defendant staff appropriately, contributing to the violation of Jace's rights.
I am confident that our firm will secure the video and we will share it with the public as soon as we secure it.
So we'll definitely continue to follow this story, and I believe that lawyer when he said that they're going to put that video out there for all to see, and that's not going to be good. So you can imagine that the lawyers that this district works with are going to say, man, we should probably settle this one. And definitely, I would say the administrators at this school, they've got some explaining to do as well, because it just makes no sense that they decided that nothing should be done to this teacher's aide, but the police decided that, oh my gosh, this is terrible. The adult was the aggressor here. They started the whole thing. How did the administrators miss it? That is a question. That is a question. If you work at this school, or you know someone, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who works at the school, I would be curious to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this case? Or if you're in this community, what are your thoughts on this case? What are they saying on the ground and in the community? I'm so curious to hear from you. So definitely, we'll continue to follow this story, and as updates develop, I will share them with you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next update.